Everybody, it's Cliffjumper here again, and today I have two Transformers, Cybertron Bumblebee and Cliffjumper. So here they are in their Cybertronian car modes. I'm just going to focus on one for now, since they are basically the same build, just different colors. I did switch a couple things up between the two, but we'll get into that later. But here's Cliffjumper. He's a very sleek looking car, and I really like the design. And even though he didn't transform in the movie, I just based him off what Bumblebee's car mode was, since their robot modes are pretty much identical. So I just recolored it, and the back doesn't look as clean as I probably would have liked. It's not too bad. I put some indication of taillights here, just so it kind of looks like the back of a car somewhat. And I couldn't really find any pictures of the back, so that's kind of why I had to make it like that. It doesn't look too bad though. And just looking around the side, and I really like this windshield here going along the whole car. Very sleek. And it's fairly smooth all around. There are a little bit of gaps like in here, but I don't think it detracts from the look of it all too much. But he does roll decently. I mean, like, yeah, you kind of have to align the wheels, but you can get him to roll. It's just not the best. And that's about it for Cliffjumper. We're going to bring in Bumblebee here. So, set him off to the side. Basically the same thing, just different colors. Again, you got the taillights there. And I really like how I got the headlights. I mean, it's not as good as I would have liked. Like, it should be a little smoother, but that's the best I could get to get that shape. I really wanted to get that line on the headlights, and I think it looks decent. And yeah, pretty much the same thing. And I actually did make an accessory for his vehicle mode here. I made him the guns that he had that just kind of like pop out. So these just attach onto there. They're not as low profile as I would have liked, but they do the job, and I think they look decent as they are. So you kind of have that going on. And there you go. And just for a little scale, here's a minifigure next to them. And I think that scales pretty well. And since their transformations are pretty much the same, I'm only going to do Cliffjumper. There are a couple differences with Bumblebee, but I'll get into that after. So first thing you want to do is pull up these wheels here. And then the whole roof of the car will come up on these droid arms. And just set it there for now. And then here, you're going to take this windshield here, and it's on this double hinge. So you're going to lift that up, and then these sections will fold up. And then once you do that, you're going to take the whole back section, it's on a ball joint here, bring these down, and then you can kind of see the arm is just tucked in there. So you're going to pull it out on that hinge, and then on this hinge here, you're going to bring that out, straighten out the arm, fold it down, and rotate it at the shoulder there. Then you're going to slide it a little forward to about there, and then bring it up and position it like that. And then you're going to do the same on this side. So again, pull out the arm, and then lift this up, slide it, and then position it. Put that back on there. And bring these back down. These are going to be the legs, obviously. And we'll work on that now. So you're going to take these panels here, bring them out, and then this whole section is going to come forward. And then this panel is going to clear barely through there. And then this one doesn't clear all the way, so you're going to have to just spin that a little bit like that, put that through, and then you can turn that back to there. And this is going to be the foot, obviously. Position that to about there, take the wheel, it's on this robot hand, and then compress it in there. And cover this up on this side as well, and that hides the wheel fairly nicely. And then this panel here is just going to fold in. Kind of streamline that a little bit more, so that you can do it on this side as well for now. So again, bring these panels out, and then bring the wheel out like that. And then again, clear this piece here, and then rotate that a little bit, fold that down, and rotate the wheel around and compress it into the leg. And then just like the other side, fold these panels up again to hide the wheel. And then you pretty much have the legs all done. Now we're going to work on the upper body here. So you're going to bring these chest pieces down, and there's a little room to just wiggle it over. So just slide that to there. It'll stop by itself. Bring this one over as well, and then angle the chest bits. Position the arms again. And he's already taken shape. Come to the back here, and these panels, you can lift these up. These will fold in here. Just push them up as much as possible. These are on clips here, and then you're going to rotate these on the stud friction there. And then that will create his kind of like wings here. Same on this side. Make sure these are pushed down all the way. And there you have his wings. And now for the wheels here. They're on a couple hinges. You can kind of see it there. You're going to rotate that hinge. And then you can kind of bring it out on this black hinge here. So like that. And then fold this down. I like to angle that a little bit. And it'll just kind of nestle in there a little bit like that. And then you do the same on the side. So again, rotate on that clip there. And then bring it out on that hinge. Hold that up and just lay that on the shoulder. And there you pretty much have Cliffjumper in his robot mode. And here's Cliffjumper in his robot mode. And I actually really like this mode. I think it looks very clean. There's not too much of a backpack. And these are actually accurate here. I really actually kind of like how I got those. I really wanted to make those the front of his car kind of unfold and become his wings. I guess they're wings. I'm not really sure what they are. But I think that turned out nice. And I got in some nice details. And got those round things on the legs there. And the wheels are hidden fairly nicely. Not really from the back, but I don't think it looks that bad from this view. And I think his head looks really nice. And I like how I got these chest pieces to look. In the wheels especially, I was very happy with how close I was able to get those to his shoulders. And I haven't really been able to do that with any other Bumblebee-esque design. And I think those look really good. And for Bumblebee here, the transformation is almost the same exact thing. Except for the wings, all I did is, instead of rotating them out to become the wings, I just left them as they were in car mode and just hinged them down to become like his folded up wings here. And I think it looks decent. I didn't really want to make these as complicated as possible. After doing, I don't know how many, 3 triple changers, I really wanted to do something a little more simple. And I think these turned out fairly simple. And I think I might prefer Bumblebee here. I think his colors are just a little more interesting, probably. I do like the red on Cliffjumper, but I like the yellow a lot too. And as you can see, I changed the head to be more similar to how I made my other Bumblebee head. And again, spinning him around. Backpack isn't great, but I don't think it's too bad. At least it's not hanging down like all the way to here like my other Bumblebee. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much the same as Cliffjumper. Put him next to him here, just so you can see that. They look really nice next to each other. I like the difference in color, it looks really good. And I'm just actually bringing a minifigure here. Stay steady. Okay, there we go. So, there you have that. I think that's accurate. And yeah, they just look really good together. And now for accessories, I made these things here. So these are for Cliffjumper. They're like little pistols. I don't know. I didn't really know what kind of weapons he had, but I saw a picture where he just had like a handgun. So I just made those. Not very complicated, but they work. And then for Bumblebee here, I just made his normal blaster. Just clips into his hand there. Looks pretty good. So yeah, they have their accessories. And now for articulation real quick. It's pretty simple. I mean, you got a hinge there, or swivel, and then hinge there. Can go out. And this can even, it's kind of like a double hinge if you need that. It's kind of weird. And the head can swivel there, look up a little bit. Legs ball joint, and then hinge there. And it actually has some good ankle pivot if you use that piece there, so you can get some nice stances there. And he does have kind of like a toe thing going on there. So that's pretty much all the articulation out of him. And lastly, I just wanted to show off a little something you can do with Cliffjumper here. So the easiest way to do this, just kind of pull this down a little bit like that, and then you just grab him from here, and yeah. And I think this is just ridiculous. As you can see, it's just a simple 2 studs connecting in there. It's pretty sturdy whenever you want it to be, but you can pull it apart. So, and as you can see, his head is still intact. So, something you can do with that, you can take this whole thing off here. And there are 2 clips on each side. And what you can do is you can take these 2 pieces here. And these are like an alternate head. So you put that half on there. And clip this on there. So now you have half a head on each side. So when you put it together, it looks decent as a head. Not as good as the other one, but it does the job. And when you take it apart, it's fully split in half, which just is hilarious. I think it's just a funny thing I wanted to throw in. It's pretty simple to incorporate that, but I just think it's funny. And if you're one for accuracy, you can take off his right arm and sit him down there. Something I just thought was kind of interesting is, so you can split Bumblebee as well, just because he's built the same exact way pretty much. And you can actually mix match them. So you give him like a two-face kind of thing going on. Why I find this so interesting, I don't know. But I just think it's kind of funny how you can mix and match them like that. I didn't even find this out till like a day ago, and when I put them together, I just thought it was hilarious. So that's about it for these guys. I had a lot of fun making them, and they were very fun to mess around with. Hopefully you enjoyed them as well, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.